From the deserts to the beaches, welcome back to Firefox Cup Series Racing. Tonight, on this Sunday evening, we are at the Homestead Miami Speedway for the Miami Lights 400 presented by Hooters after a thrilling battle at the end of the Mountain Dew Truck Series race yesterday, which saw Michael pole sitter come out with his first career victory and the second career victory for team owner John McFadden. In his Mountain Dew Truck Series team, they actually went back to back as Andrew Williams won 2 weeks ago. Not 2 weeks ago, last week at Phoenix. And Bronson Minnick, who had the race won at Road America until blowing an engine on the final lap, he starts on the pole today. Michael Pole started out on pole yesterday. Could this be a good luck charm for Team Dayspring? Can they finally shed the bad luck? They did win at Kansas with Trace Smith. Yes, Trace Smith won at Kansas. That's the only bright spot they've had all season. Bronson Minnick, could that pole be a lucky charm? It was pretty hard to pass here yesterday. You could get side by side with someone, but you couldn't pass them. You needed help most of the time. And let's go towards the rear of the field, where we will find two of the Polar Star Motorsports cars. Nathan Smith in the 48, debuting a brand new Ally paint scheme, and you can see it towards the bottom of your screen. But Nicholas Dewey in the 82 running a Miami Vice paint scheme. The blue and pink and black. That is a very nice scheme. It's fortunately starting at the back. Something else you may notice is Ember Burnley, your points leader, is starting dead last. So not very good for her. We'll see if she can work her way forward. I don't believe we will have pit stops about 13 laps longer than the truck race yesterday, which was 41 laps. This late race is 54 laps. Now let's go over your starting lineup. Bronson Minnick starts on pole with Gavin Pierce, who's outside. Then Devin Fair in the 01, and Bailey Pendergast in the 25. And then we get Roberto Crown Jr. in the 15, in the 22, Roy Ribbleton. And then we go to Kayla Rose in the 35, and in the 59, Louis Zancala, who's third in points. And then we get defending winner, Owen Miles in the 0-0, and his team owner, Ethan Farley in the 0. In the 70, we have Logan Williams from Road America winner, and Derek Hamill in the 40, followed by a second in points, the 56 of Michael Sema, and the 09 of Arthur Xavier. Then we get Brady Jess in the 86, and the 18 Joshua Henderson, 54 Matt Tuck, who's been pretty consistent so far, running around the top 10. This is only his third start. Still sits 36th in points. He won't be able to make that gap up this race. But next race, if he's able to get a top 10, he will, I'm pretty sure, move up to 35th in the points. And then we get Nelson Reeves in the 2, the 72 of Anthony Elliott, and the 9 of John McFadden. Then the 79 of Miles Edgeworth, and the 99 of Luca Iger. In the 02, we get, what's his name, Michael Collins, and the 69, nice, Justin James, Nathan Smith in the 48, Lucas Holmes in the 55.
Start your engines!
Then in the 64, the Filipino Renan Isip. And the 21, Joshua Henderson. 51 of Ryan Coggs, who went flying at Phoenix. Trey Smith in the 14. In the 27, Keith Martin, the 82 of Nicholas Jewett, the 44 of Landis Smith Jr., the 89 of Ryan Benjamin, and rounding in the field, Ember Burnley in the 17. When the drivers are underway, this, like I said earlier, is a 54-lap race. It was pretty hard to pass yesterday. Trying to think of anything else. I don't believe we will have pit stops. But we will see. Cars are rolling down the backstretch for the third intermediate race this season, I believe. I don't know, it probably said something about that in the graphics that showed up. Or the graphic about the race report. Here the cars are rolling through 3 and 4. We're getting ready to go green. The pace cars onto pit road. It's green flag racing at Miami. Team Dayspring running 1-2 right now with the team owner Devin Fair and Bronson Minnick. These two have probably had the worst luck of the team. Obviously, Devin Fair, Kansas, that infamous race where he's involved in about 3 crashes. I believe still finished running. I don't know. But he's catching his teammate Bronson Minnick, and he's going to his inside. Yesterday we saw a very tight field. The leader was able to get out to a sizable lead, but within 3 laps they typically caught him or her. And here goes Devin Fair sending it through turn 3, and he's got the lead. He's clear Roberto Crown Jr. now. He's got a bunch of speed in that 15 car. The Ineos Toyota Camry. Trying to get by Bronson Minnick. Not gonna work. Owen Miles, though, he's the defending winner. He definitely seems to have momentum, which was not on Andrew Williams yesterday. And so he started last, and I don't think got any higher than 19th. And Devin Fair is right now just cruising, keeping everyone behind him. Oh, we got contact in the field, but nothing comes of it, thank God. Yesterday was a caution-free race. Oh, and that's Luis Encala in the wall. Encala just slapped the wall. Don't think it's too much damage. Don't think he even got any damage. But it's barely going to be an inconvenience to him. Everyone hitting the wall, and you can hear the sound effects. Matt Tuck is in the top 10. And he's only actually run the Advent Health car this season so far. He does have a target scheme. Don't know why it hasn't been run yet. I guess NR just doesn't want you guys to see it. Oh, Roberto Crown Jr.'s dropped off a lot. And Gavin Beers, who started second, he's now trying to challenge for second. And Devin Fair is way up the track. Opens the door for Bronson Minnick to get by, but right there, Gavin Beers, they're not 3 wide, but they could have gone. Well, they all thought better of it. Well, let's go check the fastest lap, held by Gavin Beers, who is now taking the race lead. And guess who's behind him? Owen Miles. You know, he's got momentum from that race win last week, but don't count out Caleb Rose. And he's kind of been one of the jokes of the series. And he got a win at Papyrus. Black boosted him up in the standings, and now he runs. I can't see. I'm too busy looking at the points. Can't commentate what's happening, but Owen Miles is clear for second. Yeah, I don't know where Caleb Rose is in the standings right now. I can't find him. Oh, 21st. Yeah, he was running last for like the entire time, and after he got that win at Papyrus, he just kind of got good, to say the least. I mean, he's been very consistent since then. Typically, always a top 15 threat. And he's running top 5 now. I wonder if he can be the first multi-time winner this season. But Gavin Beers and Owen Miles, they got some speed in those last few laps. Were able to get by. So we're on lap 10 of 54. And Devin Fair now going for third on his teammate. And the other Dayspring car I just saw got into the wall. And Caleb Rose loving seeing these guys battle. He's going to the inside. And not gonna do anything. Waiting for them to get side by side even closer. So that allows them to him to get easier run on them because of all the side force. And Bailey Pendergast, who has not had a good season, he is 33rd in points. He is doing decent right now. Don't know what his best finish is. Well, he scored 33 points at one point, so he's clearly inside the top 5. Owen Miles closed in a bit on the 12. Nothing came of it, though. That's for now. That's only for now. Devin Fair still trying to get by Bronson Minnick. Caleb Rose has now dropped to, what is that? 6th. And they're just allowing these leaders to cruise away. Two-car battle up front, the 12 and the 00. We haven't gotten to see a multi-time winner this season. We haven't got to see a back-to-back winner this season. At least in terms of drivers, we haven't seen a back-to-back team win either. And the only place we've seen a back-to-back team win was the Mountain Dew Truck Series, which was last week and this week. Owen Miles has started dropping off quite a bit, and Nathan Smith now holds the fastest lap. Now let's go see where he's running. He's doing good, starting towards the back. He's up to 15th. I will definitely like seeing that with the brand new paint scheme inspired by Noah Sweet. But that other paint scheme just wasn't doing it for them. So they switched it up. Oh, and Bronson Minnick is way up the track. He is dropping like a rock right now. And Bailey Pendergast, that's for third. It looks like the battle for third has finally been cleared, and Matt Tuck is up here. This guy, he is going to get a win this season. He has just been amazing. Like, this is only his third start. And he's up here battling with Caleb Rose, who's won a race. Oh my god, this is amazing. He is up to 5th. Right now, we'll see if these guys can even close in on the top 2. I feel like they're going to need a caution right now. Whereas the top 2 are just kind of sitting around. They're not doing much. Owen Miles closed in, I believe. Yeah, he closed in quite a bit. So did Bailey Pendergast. And Matt Tuck is by for 4th. But Mitchell Collins, he sits 7th in the points right now. He's trying to go around Matt Tuck. No, and he's not gonna. This battle, he's not allowing Pendergast to pull away. And Owen Miles is to the inside. The leaders are side by side. Is well, not anybody. Is Owen going to be able to make the pass? No, he's not going to be able to right now. Maybe off the corner he'll have a run. Still side by side, neck and neck at the line. Oh, and Owen's going to drop off. He's not able to hold it. That battle did not allow Pendergast to close in, surprisingly. They pulled away. So right now it's looking like the field needs a caution for anyone else to have a shot, although there is still over 30 laps left in this thing. So who knows what will happen, but Owen Miles has now dropped off quite significantly from where he was. And Pendergast is just falling back. It's just a battle between Owen and Gavin. Let's go to the midfield where all the action seems to be. Matt Tuck is way off the track. He is dropping. I don't think he... Oh, now he got into the wall. I was just about to say, I don't think he's got into the wall. I just think he's got trapped on the high side. And now going around Roberto Crown Jr., Matt Tuck is just a very, very talented driver, it seems. He has done so much in so little time. And we're still seeing Vale Musco in the 18 run all the way at the back. Mitchell Collins now just trying to look for an opening to get around to the 25. He sees it and he takes it. This battling is just not helping them. As Brian Benjamin, maybe he goes. No, he doesn't. He stays behind the 02. And he jumps up between them. He jumps up with the 25. Sticking with the General Motors teammate. Back down to Collins in the corner. And he's going for it. They're going to be 3 wide coming out of 2. And Ryan Benjamin, I think he's going to have the momentum to pass these guys 3 wide. It's just they can't be doing this if they want to catch the leaders. Each lap they get further and further away. And Ryan Benjamin is in 3rd, still side by side with Collins. And here comes Pendergast, maybe. No, he thinks better of it. Like, they're just allowing these leaders to get away, and they're side by side right now. But the pack isn't going to close in because they're too busy getting side by side themselves. And Owen's going to drop off again. Like I said, it's very hard to pass here without help. And we are seeing this race tonight. Matt Tuck is back into the top 10, trying to get around Landon Smith Jr. and pole-sitter Bronson Minnick, who not having quite as much luck as Pullet did last night. And the Team Dayspring cars, they had an amazing first 3 laps, and then they've dropped to bottom half of the top 10. We'll see if Ryan Benjamin can now close in on these guys. And he's got a quite sizable lead over the rest of them. About 0.4 seconds. So you shouldn't have to deal with side-by-sides for a few laps. And no, never mind. They need a caution. Like, these guys need a caution if they want to even, like, have a shot at winning. Because they're just not closing in. Let's see if we've had any mechanical failures. No, we have not. Did Benjamin lose time? It doesn't look like he did. It looked like he maintained the gap. But they're not gaining. They're just not gaining. Like, any time whatsoever. Kind of wish we had pit stops. It would make things a bit more interesting. Oh, and that's Ethan Farley in the wall. If you were watching your screen, you saw Farley hit the outside wall. I think Benjamin gained that time. Yeah, he gained a bit. By the end of the race, he should be within a second, with if they're able to keep that momentum. But Nathan Smith still holding the fastest lap, nearly almost a full tenth of a second faster. He is marching his way towards the front. He's in 8th right now. And considering he started towards the back, maybe like close to 30th. He's pretty close to 30th. I want to say 28th. He has had a fantastic race. You know who has also had a fantastic race? Matt Tuck, up here in the 5th position. And Bailey Pendergast is going to try and spoil Ryan Benjamin closing in and possibly making this race interesting, as the gap up front has even extended to like half a second. Jeez. Benjamin did close a bit. The Malaysian man did close a bit. That was not enough. If he keeps closing at that rate, they are not catching them. Oh, Matt Tuck stuck on the high side again. Nathan Smith up here trying to go for a... I believe he's in 5th right now. So he has not had a shabby race at all. No, he's only in 6th still. But he has not had a shabby race. Especially in that brand new paint scheme. Gap up front closed, so to the gap between 2nd and 3rd. I don't think we ever saw this big of a gap in the truck race, because the gap to 1st and 16th is about the gap between the leader and the winner and 25th at the end of the race last night. It's the gap between the leader and 25th. It's about a second bigger. And here goes Landon Smith Jr. for 4th. That's not going to help everyone else close into the leaders, but it will help Landon Smith Jr. He is quick. He has some speed late in this race. 2 Pontiacs. As the only non-General Motors car in the top 5 belongs to the race leader. Take that how you will. Let's go check on Nicholas Jewett, the only Nathan Smith Motorsports, not Nathan Smith Motorsports car, Polar Star Motorsports car to not be in the top 10, and he's actually running quite good. He's 14th, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good for him. And Mitchell Collins trying to shoot for a top 5. Not working. Ryan Benjamin, loving seeing this. It's allowing him to close in. Especially when these guys get right up next to each other and they're slowing each other up. As well as seeing everyone behind him hitting each other, nearly. I don't think he's going to catch him by the end of the race without a caution. Oh, and here he goes, Owen Miles once again, trying to get the run on Gavin Beers. Side by side, this will allow Benjamin to close in depending on how long they stay side by side. Typically only lasts for a straightaway, and yeah, it's only gonna last the front stretch. Oh, maybe not. I think Miles is there. No, he isn't. Let's see how much that allowed Ryan Benjamin to close in. But Miles still there, trying to just suck as much air off the back of the 12 as he can. And that was the most I've seen Ryan Benjamin close in. Also, not good showing for his teammate, who's all the way back in 35th, battling with Logan Williams. And now Miles once again side by side. He's throwing all he can at the 12 late in this race. Just trying and struggling and doing what he can. Benjamin closed in about a 10th that lap. You'll love to see it. And Nathan Smith is now into the cracked the top 5. A very, very good job on that team's part. As well as Ryan Cogs, who went airborne. Got about a 7 out of 10 flip by the judges. He is running 8th. So Ryan Cogs, probably his best run of the season. He has not really been a factor. Well, he's been a factor for the crash cam. But not much else. There was a award for best crashes at the end of the season. Ryan Cogs would win it. He's up to 6th now. So fantastic run for that Aflac 51. And Ryan Benjamin's gap shrunk. I mean, it grew, not shrunk. So that's not good to see. As Landon Smith Jr. is within striking distance, I would say. So that looks like we're going to have a battle for 3rd, which basically solidifies that one of these two is going to win this race. As the truck race would be over right now. Man, this, I've seen 54 lap races last nearly an hour. This one's going to be about half an hour. Without cautions. And there is going to be some significant time onto the gap as Lando Smith Jr. goes side by side. Nathan Smith still holds the fastest lap. So he's probably going to be the only one who can maybe get within a second of the leaders. He has had the fastest car consistently all race, just stuck back in the traffic. He's had to work his way forward, so excellent job done by him to even be up here in the top 3, almost. Now Landon Smith Jr. is clear, and Ryan Cogs is up here. He's battling for that top 5 position after finishing 34th due to being out because of that flip. It was more of a... I don't really know what to call it, because it was a flip, but it wasn't a flip. It's a different type of flip. And the gap is going to shrink, actually, but less than 10 laps to go. 7 laps to go. They're not going to be able to do much. As Gavin Beers has dominated this race, like, without a question. Like, just combination of super hard to pass, no cautions. Like, everything is just played into his hand. We could see Owen Miles try and make a strike late in these closing laps. As we did see with Michael Pullitt yesterday, actually, as Gary Owen was the first to lead change. I was actually able to clear him. And then in the final about 5 laps, Pullitt rocketed up and just flew by him. Luckily, Owen was still able to hold on to second. But he's, in the Mountain Dew Truck Series, Gary Owen has started to look like he did last season, just not leading every single lap. And Nathan Smith, too late, but he is in the top 3. It's too late for him to do anything, as caution right now would end the race. But it's great to see these races go green, but not when it's at the sacrifice of a good battle. Owen Miles, he's not going to be able to go back-to-back, I think. He is not going to be able to. That's probably about a half-second gap, unless he turns on the nitrous NOS. He's not catching him. Nathan Smith dropped back that time. So that's how you know it's, again, a bit late in the race to make a move. 3 laps to go. He put up a valiant effort. If Gavin Beers does have a issue or he goes a bit too high, Owen he's still within striking distance to make a move, but he needs to run some qualifying times. We did cross 2 to go. Derek Hamill has finally cracked the top 5. Been running about top 10 all race, so not too shabby for him. Is up front. It's the final lap has begun. Gavin Beers has dominated this race. Owen Miles has been in a close second the whole time. He's not within a strike. Well, he is within a striking distance, but I don't think he's gonna have enough time. He's gonna have to send it through the corner, and he's not gonna do it. Gavin Beers out of turn 4, down the front stretch. He's going to get his first career victory in the Firefox Cup Series. Oh, and you gotta be thinking, Owen Miles, if he had just one more lap, the gap shrunk significantly that time. If he had just one more lap, he could have maybe won that race, or at least done much better fight. But now let's go over your race results. Gavin Beers wins. Owen Miles comes up in second, unfortunate for him. Ryan Benjamin in 4th. Also, I think this second place finish by Owen Miles will actually put him into 3rd in the standings. Potentially even 2nd. Depending on where Michael Sema finished. No, he's not gonna go to 2nd. He's not going to 2nd, but he's definitely going to 3rd. Well, I don't know. You guys will see when I'm done talking. But Nathan Smith 3rd, Ryan Benjamin 4th. Where's Benjamin in points? He's 6th. So a lot of guys who were kind of not that close to the leader in terms of standings on points, but just going down to Zankala, he's 26 points behind points leader Ember Burnley. Derek Hamill in 5th, Ryan Cogs in 6th. Great to see him having a good run, seeing that wreck did not affect his performance all too much. But he's got to be at least desensitized to wrecks now. Landon Smith Jr. in 7th, Bailey Pendergast in 8th, Devin Fair in 9th, Mitchell Collins in 10th, Nelson Reeves in 11th. Nicholas Jewett now, he had a fantastic run considering where he started, like 30th, 31st maybe, I don't know, but he started very deep in the field. So that's pretty good to see him get a top 15. Almost the top 10 too. Bronson Minnick in 13th, Keith Martin in 14th, Ethan Farley in 15th, Lewis Holmes in 16th, Renan Issip in 17th, Caleb Rose in 18th, Michael Sema in 19th, Vale Musco in 20th, Trey Smith in 21st, Oh, Miles Edgeworth in 22nd, Arthur Xavier 23rd, Justin James 24th, Matt Tuck 25th, Luca Iger 26th, and 27th, John McFadden, followed up by Luis Ancala, who was third in points coming into this race. I don't think he's going to be anymore. Roy Ribbleton 29th, Ember Burnley 30th, Roberto Crown Jr. in 31st. Joshua Henderson 32nd, Brady Just 33rd, Anthony Elliott 34th, and Logan Williams in 35th. It's pretty early in the morning when I'm recording this, so I'm still pretty tired. But thank you all for watching. Stick around for points things. They will show when I am done talking. Once again, thank you all for watching, and be sure to tune in next week when we go to Michigan. And bye. Point stings will now begin showing.